tell me, like, all of a sudden, Devin wants to go down to 144. What's
No, it's not all of a sudden. 144 is in the welterweight division. Are you people crazy or what? You're going to have to speed up the conversations, man. Welterweight division is between 140 and 147. Oh, my God. Hey, Rocky, come here, buddy.
but obviously in the contract it would be a catch weight.
Okay, catch us at the event, man. Weighing what he need to weigh, man. You dig? Come on up here, baby. Come on up here.
I mean,
Ah,
you got, but I'm saying though, is like, is that serious
I
though? Are
know.
you guys really, down to go to 144? Because I mean, last time I talked to you, you said no.
Listen, Debo said he wants to do it. I mean, he's the boss. I mean, go look at his Twitter. What does his Twitter say?
He asked him, he's like, "If are you down?"
Yeah.
And Shakur said yes, but now Shakur's saying other things as well.
You know,
It's listen. I know what the goal is. Shakur Stevenson, right?
absolutely.
The best
Absolutely.
versus the best, right?
That's it. That's all it is.
The
Nothing,
two
nothing
biggest
personal.
names in boxing right now, right?
All business.
Okay, well, what's the problem? Why can't we get this fight? I mean, I've been watching from the outskirts. I see, the weight 144. I've been seeing all the talk, but let's just get down to the brass knuckle. Like what's it gonna take to get this fight done?
Um, well, I mean, I thought that it would be the money, right? I mean, obviously, we did a lot of the heavy lifting. We're at 147 pounds, and as champions, like we were champions before, at Undisputed, he said that it was about the money. Of course, there wasn't the kind of money that's on the table now. I think Eddie's come out and said that there's a lot of money. I think 5 times the money for opponent that you would get here, the verse you would get there. But that's not to say that that 5 times isn't available on on the world stage. I mean, I think everybody agrees that this fight is a big fight, and not just 5 times for what he's described. Shakur said he can fight anybody. So if you got one number for anybody, I'm sure it's a number for Devin Haney that's different than everybody else.
So I don't know how much you can say and how much you can talk about. Like I don't know if this is if it's a turkey thing, if it's a Zuffa boxing thing. Like I don't. I mean, obviously there's been rumors about Devin signing with Zuffa, Shakur signing with Zuffa, but can you definitively say like the money is not an issue?
No, because I know that the money was never spoke on, and there was money on the table. We've been trying to make it. They've been going back and forth with it for some time. Jay, spoke publicly about where they stood at it and where they wanted it at. We obliged and said, okay, well, that's the place to do it at, because it wasn't going to move. Before, I think when we said he wanted 50-50, we said 20-25. We couldn't move the needle,
That
right?
was a that was a, that
So,
was a while ago though, right?
right.
Like you
So,
guys were at a
so,
lower weight class.
right. So this time it gives us him nothing to say, but we oblige them at the 144 pound catch weight, and let's make this shit happen.
So and correct me if I'm wrong because I think you might have commented on this, but it's hard to keep up. There's so many clips floating around all over the place. But I know one of my former employees. I mean, you know him well, Sean Zattel. He's been following
Yeah.
Devin's
Yes.
career for a very, very long time when he was here with Fight Hype and everything. But I know that he put some information out there. I don't know who he spoke to, but I think I can guess who he spoke to. But he mentioned that it was actually Zuffa that was interested in possibly doing, you guys versus Shakur, but Shakur was the one that was hesitant to do the fight. Was there any truth to what Sean said without, obviously showing your hand on certain things?
I mean, listen, we consider him to be what everyone else says. One of the one of the best fighters in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes us want to fight him. That's what makes Debo. That's what gets him up for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So let me see. I'm trying to get this. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. That's what gets him up for it, you know? So there's no better guy to fight. There's no better people in charge than in charge now of providing fair purses to both fighters. You know what I mean? The legacy is there for both of them. And I think that they both have the opportunity to take this fight and become the top in the sport, the number one fighter in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I don't play with kids. Tell Jay to give me a call. Listen, and you listen, just like you did.
He's trying to be quick. He's trying to hurry up and get off.
Hold on, Bill. Shakur just asked. He said, "Are y'all interested in fighting him? Y'all interested in fighting him?"
Hey, listen, we've been negotiating with him for the longest, man. He could knock it off, man. You know what he did? He sent his boy. Listen,
That's Cap. That's Cap. I ain't saying nobody. I ain't
well,
saying nobody. That's Cap.
All right, well, say he don't want to let me talk anyway.
Hold on. Let him talk. Go ahead, Bill. Say what you got to say. Go ahead, Bill.
I gotta put my stuff in here. Oh boy,
Tell him to say facts when he talk. Don't just talk.
don't miss my flight, man.
Damn. Oh man.
He's so scared of me.
About to have the moment. Ah.
Yo, Najee. Is the energy different?
Nah, I can't say he on the flight though. I did tell you. I said he probably boarding the flight though. He was on. He is at the airport. He at the airport.
I'm just asking. Is the energy different? I'm just asking. We clearly heard him. He could talk. We heard him. He could talk.
But he was at TSA though. He was going through the. You could see he's about to go through the shit though. So I can't say that. I can't say that.
Stop making up excuses. He been trying to get off the phone from the jump.
Damn, that was gonna be
scared.
That was the one we need to hear that right there. That was what we need to hear, man. Oh my God. Oh man, that was
I already told you I'm ready though, man. I'm ready. Whenever they ready, I'm ready. If they don't want to fight, they don't want to fight. It's okay. I'm gonna be okay regardless. So, however they want to maneuver, I'm cool with it.
So do you feel like it could happen, or in your heart you like, it's probably not gonna happen right now?
I mean, I just never seen nobody say, "Oh, we'll fight at 144," and then switch and say, "Nah, we're gonna fight at 140." I never seen that. Like, I never seen that before. So I'm trying to like understand what's going on through their brain at the time. Like, what transpired that was different from my end of like what happened to.
Well, no, I can understand it though, because key situations like, all right, because look, y'all did have the double barrel. Y'all had the double barrel on you. Y'all had the
That's
double
cool.
barrel.
That's cool. I'm cool with that.
One barrel dropped off, so now it was like,
and it's still a barrel ready to shoot.
Yeah,
and it's still a barrel that's ready to shoot.
But it's
that
like
motherfucker, that other barrel ain't go nowhere, huh?
I said it's not. Now we can go out the side door because this it ain't double barrel no more.
Why would you go out the side door? What would be the reason you would go out the side door?
Because if I'm just me, I don't know what Bill. That's why we got to get. Soon as I'm texting Bill, as soon as he go through TSA, he got to pull back up here. He got to pull back up. But I'm saying this because it was like they in a situation where either I fight Keyshawn or I could drop the belt and fight Shakur. But now that I don't,
but that's not what they said. That whole you spin it, don't spin it, because they said something different. They said that they called for me first, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
That's what they said. That's allegedly, right? They allegedly called for me first.
Yeah.
So if they called for me first, I'm confused on where, like, I just said I ain't want to get in my brother way. That's all I said the entire time. I stuck with my story. My story been the same from the jump.
I agree with that, but I think it was they called your name until the mandatory spot happened. And then it was like, now we got to address this because it's a mandatory and we could lose the belt.
And here's where you're wrong at, because I got to remind you. January 30th, right before my fight, did they not promise that man that they was going to fight him?
Who, Keyshawn?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Where's that at? January 30th?
At the weigh-ins. I'll tell you where it was at the weigh-ins. Come on, I got you, bro. At the if it wasn't the
We got.
weigh-ins, it was the press conference. I ain't gonna
And
make
they,
nothing
hold
up,
up, you
bro.
said they told Keyshawn they was gonna fight him.
Yes, they told Keyshawn gonna fight him. That was the whole campaign. I didn't know nothing about Devin Haney even wanted to fight me. I never even heard him say my name since 135. Facts, bro.
Mm.
I done I done sat next to them during the Bud Crawford Canelo fight. They didn't say a word about fighting or nothing like that. I was right next to Bill, like the whole
So when
time.
do
Like,
you think the fighting shit actually happened where they was like, all right, we want to fight Shakur? When did that happen to you?
from my point of view, it was when Keyshawn started doing the videos and doing all of the things he was doing, and then next thing I know, they was talking about Shakur. I'm like, oh, well, whatever, let's do it then. That's how it was for me, though.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? When it was down to, and all right, if that was true, I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it that they was calling out Keyshawn and whatever, right? Cool. But once it became the mandatory, it was like, all right.
Cutting out.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you hear me?
You cut out. You can hear me? You said you can take my word for it. I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
So I'm saying I'll take your word for it that they called out Keyshawn first.
It's video footage. You ain't think I take my word for it. Just go look it up. You'll see them at the weigh-ins talking about they gonna fight Keyshawn. They agreed to fight at the weigh-ins for my fight with Tio.
All right, hold on. I just put it in. Let me see.
It's
Let me
footage,
see.
bro. I ain't just gonna make it up, bro.
Nah, I believe that. But all right, so but I'm saying is once the mandatory shit happened, it was all right. We either gotta drop the belt.
Yeah.
If we want the Shakur fight, or we gotta just take the Keyshawn. But now that Keyshawn is he ducked the fight, now we don't gotta drop no belt. We at 147 now. That's what I feel like they trying to say.
But if that's the case, then why would y'all even mention me in the first place at 144? Why would that even be a conversation? Like why was that anything? I don't understand it. What was it? Keyshawn made y'all do that, or like what was the thing that made them do that? I don't get that part.
That's a valid point. Damn, we gotta get hold of. Let me text Bill, nigga. Bill, pull up back here, Bill. I know you listen.
See how you can have a conversation and you gonna answer stuff. You know Bill, man. Bill he ain't gonna be able to answer the question. He's gonna start talking about 500 different things in the same conversation and can't really
texted
keep
him
up.
to come back. I just told Bill, come back up here. The culture needs this. The culture needs this conversation. It's one of the biggest fights in the sport. All right, hold up. Before we move on, we was talking about shot. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Hold up. Yo, BH. What's up, brother? Listen, you know this is one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing.
Listen, no introduction needed. Now listen, let me just tell you, I'm on my way because old boy gonna get a chance to talk. But before I get to the get to my flight. Now listen, when we came to the fight in New York, we came looking for the winner of the main event, not the co-main event. You see
why y'all didn't say that?
And talk
Ask him why they didn't say that.
And told them that he was easy work.
You did. You did.
And so
you did.
When the shit kicked
That's a
off,
hypothetical fight question. I'm asking why you didn't say at the weigh-ins that you wanted to fight me.
Johnson in there fucking with us, knowing that we didn't came for the main event, and this nigga ain't even an appetizer. So he fucking with us. He get us kicked out of the building, right? We get the restraining order fucking with him.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then listen, before that, one of his other minions, he's fucking with us at the same time too. I said, listen, man, I've already been down this road with you, man. You see what I'm saying? When the time comes, do you promise? He said yes, he promised.
Hold on, you talking about Shakur or Keyshawn said that?
No, he's talking about Keyshawn at the weigh-ins.
Okay. All right.
I said, when the time comes again, do you promise? Because he already had a fight. I said, do you promise? Now, meanwhile, we leave that place, and Zuffa and Nick Khan and the rest of them people, they came out and they said they want Shakur and Devin to fight, right?
Right.
We had just knocked off Brian Norman. There was nothing about no 144, none of that shit. We agreed to fight with this guy. That Zuffa and everybody, they looking for the fight. Nick Khan and everybody is looking for the fight.
Hold on, was there a contract, Bill? Was it a contract on it? Was a contract on the table?
Hold on, listen. They come back and they say that this guy here says 144 pounds. I say under no circumstances. Why? We just beat Brian Norman. Why would we come back down to 144 pounds, right? He rants and raves. The dude keeps saying 144, 144. Dev one day tweets out to him and says that let's get it 144. I say, damn, Dev, I would have never did that. He said, man, I don't want to tell you what he said. He said he wanted to, he ready for him at 144 pounds. He want to do it. I said, damn.
What about now, Bill? Are y'all still with that, Bill?
Hold on. So hold on. So then I called him. I called Jay. I called everybody at Zoop. I called everybody and say 144 pounds.
Yeah.
Dude say, listen, hold on. We was already getting, dude say, I'm not going to step on Keyshawn Davis's toes. I'm not going to step on his toes. We got to go through with the 147-pound mandatory out of nowhere with Keyshawn Davis.
Right.
I said, all right,
Don't
cool.
deny this, Bill.
So perfectly where we can go back to back. Niggas thought that I was capping. They said that I was lying, right?
Yeah.
So we went through with the 147 pounds. We getting ready for his brother that he say is everything and something else. We getting ready for this guy.
Yeah.
This guy pull another move, and then out behind a rock comes this guy talking about he'll do 144. Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
Out behind the rock, I was still there. I've been saying this. I never went nowhere.
With Conor Ben. And Conor Ben ain't even.
Hold on, let me ask him that, Bill, because I don't know if he can hear you. Hold on, let me ask him. He's saying you did they said 147 for you. You said no, but you said you would do it and you would go to 154 for Conor Ben.
Ask him, did he say he'll fight Xander and why he didn't call out Boots?
He said you said y'all said y'all fight Xander and why you ain't call out Boots.
See, that's why. Listen, I'm gone, man. I'm getting on my plane. I'm not talking to you, man.
Nigga don't like when they pull a home on home.
Guess what? Everybody he clued is getting knocked off, man, in one way or another, man.
Hold on, Bill, before you get off, Hold on, could the fight happen, Bill, before you get off? Can it happen, yes or no?
He's a matchmaker. Tell him, listen, he's a matchmaker, dog. He's not a champ, dog. Nothing we can do.
Yo, I listened to him. Can he listen to me before he go? I want to talk.
Nah, Bill, he just want to say
him
something to you real quick, Bill. He got one thing to say, Bill. He got one thing to say. Go ahead.
Yo, Bill, can we? The energy is different with me. Do y'all not see this? Najee, do you not see that the energy is different with me?
I have a million questions about this situation. Let me start with the Zuffa aspect of it. We know that Shakur Stevenson and Zuffa Boxing have been chasing this big fight with Devin Haney. Even after Devin signed his deal with DAZN, Zuffa Boxing has been trying to put together a Shakur Stevenson-Devin Haney fight. Devin, this is now just my opinion. Devin, I don't believe is interested in a Shakur fight. I think Devin prefers the path that DAZN has probably laid out for him, which is Keyshawn, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, fights like that as he fulfills a contract, which I'm told is at least 4 fights for Devin Haney. What kind of conversations were had? But like Shakur and Keyshawn have the same management team as well. Like, I don't know these things, but I'm very curious to know, was there any influence there? Like Zuffa's attempts to make Shakur versus Devin, did that have any impact on the negotiations for this fight?
What's good, Just Do family? It's your boy KB, back to get boxing is Just Do, back to shoot down some more false narratives, man. As y'all seen from the various different clips I put in the video, it told a story, man, and I think this is just proof that the intent behind Team Haney, Devin Haney, Bill Haney, the HANEY-HOES, they never really intended on fighting Shakur Stevenson at 144 pounds. We all know this ever since he got out of the ring with Jose Ramirez. His minions, his disciples, his propaganda machines, his propaganda channels, they've all been resistant against Devin Haney being able to make 144 pounds. Now, 9, 10 months later, because of a tweet, all of a sudden they assume that he can make 144. But you've seen from the number of different clips, Bill Haney pretty much saying that they agreed to it. They agreed to it. If you agreed to it, then why didn't the fight happen? That's because you didn't negotiate in good faith. You played these games. Y'all made it seem like he sent Keyshawn Davis to petition the WBO when y'all got what y'all asked for. As soon as Keyshawn Davis was made the WBO mandatory challenger, y'all beeline to Shakur, and y'all, for the whole 20 days that this purse bid was supposed to be getting negotiated, y'all didn't use none of the time to negotiate. Y'all clout chase Shakur Stevenson name, talking about this 144. If I come to 144, we got to fight. And now you got the nerve to be scratching Shakur's name off your hit list. You should have never put his name on your hit list. Why? Not because you're scared to fight him, because y'all was literally, before Shakur's last fight, 2 weight classes away. You had no intent on making 144 pounds again. You, your dad, your fan base, your HANEY-HOES, your minions, the propaganda channels, you all complained about making 144 pounds for Shakur Stevenson. You said you was a full-blown welterweight. If Shakur Stevenson wanted to fight you, he should have came up to welterweight and been in his 5th weight class and his 3rd weight class in as many fights. If he'd have moved up to 147 pounds right now to fight Devin, his last 3 fights would be at 3 different weight classes. The first fight, obviously, against Williams Zepeda at 35, 140 pounds is T.O., and then jumping to 47 to fight Devin. It's ridiculous, man. You're asking for a lot. I don't think no fighter should have to campaign in 3 different weight classes in the last 3 fights just for one guy. I think the most logical way was to meet in the middle. After all, Shakur would be coming up to 144, something he's never done after just gaining 5 pounds going to 140 to beat up T.O. Devin, he's asking you to do something that you've done 2 fights ago against Jose Ramirez. You made 144 pounds, and you said you had to eat burgers and steaks to make the weight class. So I don't want to hear no more excuses. I'm glad Shakur put an end to this circus. You've seen it from the first clip in the video. He ain't beat. He don't want to go back and forth with this fight, amping them up, amping the people up for a fight that's never going to happen. Y'all do all this negotiating online, on Twitter, but when it's time to reach out behind the scenes, talk to Jay Prince, really negotiate and make a fight, you don't want to do it. You was on the phone with Keyshawn Davis. He was talking about beating up your son. You continued to ask about Shakur Stevenson. Now y'all just seen from the Cigar Talk interview, Najee has Shakur on, and Bill Haney got on, and he want to ask for Jay Prince. It's always games, smoke and mirrors. They never intended to make it 144 pounds. And again, I'm a real one. It's not because Devin Haney is scared, ducking, or dodging Shakur Stevenson. I think he respects the skill the same way Shakur respects the skill. Shakur don't want to give up everything and go all the way up to 147 pounds because he know the talent of Devin Haney. Devin Haney, although he made 144 for an older, washed-up Jose Ramirez, I don't think he's willing to sacrifice 3 pounds, which will really be 2 pounds because he weighed in at 146 against B. Norman. So weighing in at 44 would be 2 less pounds he would be giving up. And Shakur still would be coming up 4 more pounds from 140. He's still coming up more weight, making more of the concessions, but his fans and make you believe that Devin is the only one making sacrifices. Well, he put his foot in his mouth when he said that was the biggest fight in boxing after Shakur and Teofimo sold out MSG with the highest attendance in the venue. This stuff has been smoke and mirrors the entire way. They played, clout chased this man's name respectfully. I think with the right situation, of course, they would be willing to fight him. But when it comes to this 144-pound catch weight fight, they've complained too much. You even heard Bill say that's still considered welterweight. Well, if it's still considered welterweight, why did you switch up? And now, once again, you're speaking for Devin Haney, saying, oh, no, 147 or no fight or make yourself the WBO mandatory petition and fight at 47. No, you just said in a number of different clips that you agreed to 144 catch weight, and Shakur said with no rehydration clause, and you still didn't reach out to make the fight. I showed the clip. You talked about Zuffa wanting to fight, right? And Shakur signs the Zuffa, and then y'all go ink what is reported as a 4-fight deal with DAZN directly, while Shakur is on Zuffa, where you said they had the money for the fight. Then you try to say it was no money ever being discussed. You all over the place. But he definitely went with the entity and the side that you said had all the money and wanted that particular fight. And Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. You heard Chris Mannix say the same thing. They've been pushing for this fight. They still want this fight, even though Devin has signed his DAZN deal. But it is Devin, in his opinion, that doesn't want to fight, and not because he's scared of ducking. He wants to do what a welterweight should be doing, fighting other welterweights. So if he's going to fight Liam Parrow in October, so be it. Keep being great at welterweight, but stop leading the fans on, hyping him up for a fight that's never going to happen between you and Shakur, because there is a discrepancy in weight. Y'all started 2 weight classes apart. You take the Teal fight off the table, y'all will legit be 2 weight classes apart. He can make 140, 135, and up until a month or so ago, you couldn't make 144. So that's 144, 40, and 35 that Devin Haney allegedly can't make, and Shakur can. They're not the same exact size. Shakur Stevenson is not too small for welterweight, but I don't believe he's going to be campaigning at welterweight at 29 years old and 26 fights. I just don't see it. I think if the fight is ever going to happen, the most sense it made was for them to meet in the middle, both of them sacrifice a little, give up a little to get a whole lot with the money that would be on the table. But now that Shakur's with Zuffa and Devin's with DAZN, I just don't see the likelihood of the fight happening. I don't think Team Haney ever had any real intent on fighting Shakur at 144 pounds. Although I do believe if Shakur would have said, I'm coming all the way up to 147, he would have put the pressure on them, then maybe they would have took the fight, But I just don't think with Shakur's skill set and the talent and how he's had success over Devin Haney through the years in sparring, I just don't think he's willing to give up anything for Shakur. He gonna make him get it the hard way, and rightfully so. Shakur's great enough to go up there right now and beat him, in my opinion, but I don't feel like he should be forced to do it. If he's not ready to do it right now, then so be it. Devin Haney feels like this is the biggest fight in boxing between him and Shakur Stevenson, a guy who just jumped up at 140, and he should be willing to meet in the middle, because he himself, Devin Haney, didn't go from Regis straight to Brian Norman. It was Regis, Ryan Garcia, Jose Ramirez at 44, then 47. You took your time moving to 47, and you the naturally bigger guy. You bigger than Shakur and still took your time, but with Shakur, you just got to jump straight up to 147 after one fight at 140 because you said so. I don't think so. But that's my take, man. Y'all get in the comment section. I know this was a long video. Don't usually make them this long, but this had to be said. We had to cook these HANEY-HOES and these false narratives, man. Shakur Stevenson has always been willing and able to fight you. You just play all of these games. You answer every question but what's real. And this is why the fight didn't happen, because y'all had no intent on fighting him at 44. And as always, man, get in the comment section and let me know if I gave boxing its just due, because that's what I do over here at Just Do Boxing. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace.